3, 1 on. Larry Walker. Watch Brett Boone. That's something Knobloch would do. Underhand flip to Barry Larkin, who turns us 4-6-3. It's 1-0 Reds in the bottom of the fifth. Hal Morris facing Kevin Ritz. And that's headed to Haber's favorite store, The Gap, which was cool when you were in junior high. Larkins trots in, 2-0 Reds. Next batter, Ronnie Gant. A missile in August. A 2-run shot. 24th of the year, 4-0 Reds. Burba not flashy, but solid for Cincinnati against Joe Girardi. And look closely, that is a forkball. Burba, 6 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, 7 Ks. And Joe's a little upset. Reds win. The Reds end a 4-game losing streak as Ron Gant drives in 3 runs. Dave Burba holds the Rocks to 5 singles over 6 innings. Colorado has lost 6 of 7 and 9 of 13. Marlins and the Braves. Matt Murray making his first major league start, replacing Greg Maddux, who was out with the flu. Andre Dawson off Maddux, off actually Murray's foot. Murray resourceful. He allowed only 3 hits over 4 2/3. But after allowing a hit and a walk in the 5th, Bobby Cox goes with Brad Klontz. 2-out single to Jeff Conine past the diving Ryan Klesko. Kilvio Veros scores. Marlins led 1-0. Bottom of 6, Klesko 0-13. Lifetime against John Burkett. Make that 1-14. 468 feet. 2-run shot. We're tied at 2. Jeff Conine sack fly in the 7th made it 3-2 Marlins, but Dave Justice. Wow, what a life. Remember, Halle Berry. 2-run blast off Yorkis Perez in the 8th. And the Braves win. The win is Atlanta's 21st in their last at-bat and 14th since July 4th. The Marlins' 6-game win streak is over.
Eric Hansen facing Darryl Strawberry, and too bad this guy's not paying off. The seeing eye single, Bernie Williams scores, Yanks up 2-0. We go to bottom of 1. The Sox answer, and as Cousin Shemp said, hey Mo. Towering shot to left center, 2-run shot, 30th of the year. Game tied at 2. We go bottom 5. Timmy Nearing. He's going to lay down the bunt with 1 strike. He fouls it off. How about going for the bunt again with 2 strikes? I don't think so. Deep and gone over the monster. 3-run shot, 7th of the year, 6-2 Red Sox. 2 batters later, Scott Kamenicki right in the toque on Luis Alicea. Vic Voltaggio immediately tosses Scotty. And here come the benches, and we have got a pseudo-melee Donnybrook plume flaunting. That means that people just kind of pumped their chest, but nothing really happened. And then Kamenicki gives the Gettysburg Address, and the Red Sox win the game 9-3. The win streak now at 12. Eric Hansen retired 19 of 21 batters after letting up 2 runs in the first. Mo Vaughn's 30 home runs is a career high. The Yankees umpire Ken Kaiser right here, and what happens to his noggin?
And Bertotti's first pitch, and it is high and all the way to the backstop. Might have caught the mask of plate umpire Ken Kaiser.
Look at the look on old Kaiser. Kaiser's mad already. I hope he throws this one right down the middle.
Bertotti's off to a tough start.
Hit me in the mask with the first pitch.
2-0 and probably going to go to 3-0 here.
All righty, good to see the umps not holding a grudge. That's profesh. And there comes Bevington to argue, and you know where he went. Then Bertotti's already given up 4 runs. Jim Edmonds makes it just a little bit worse. Deep to right center, number 27, 6-0 Angels. And here's JT Snow, and what can you say? Is this guy into a little bit of leather? Maybe the best first baseman in the AL, certainly on the way. Then the Sox come back. Mike Devereaux, 3-run Jones to left field. White Sox within 8-7. Now we're tied at 8. Mike James facing Ron Karkovice, and I sense a squeeze. That's exactly what Ronnie lays down. James throws the runner out at first. Noberto Martin does score. Sox up 9-8. We're tied at 10 in the 9th. Kirk McCaskill from UVM facing Greg Myers. If it's gone, it's going to be the game winner. If it's gone, it's gone. Right center field, and indeed it was the game winner. Angels take it 11-10. Tony Phillips has now reached base safely in all but 13.
Top of 8, tied at 3. Tom Caniati facing Mark Grace, taps it down the line. Caniati picks it up, but Grace and Eric Karros bang heads slowly. But they would stay in the game. Top of the 10th, 3 men on the corners. Pinch hitter Howard Johnson. That's a base knock. Brian McRae scores, 4-3 Cubs. Bottom of 10, 4-3 Cubs. First and second, 2 out. Chatty Fonville singles off Randy Myers. Off his leg in the left, Roger Cedeno scores. We're tied at 4, top of the 11th. Todd Haney on second. Brian McRae the single. Mark Guthrie And Haney's going to score. 5-4 Cubs. Bottom 11, 5-4 Cubs. 2 out. Delino to Shields. Gary Ingram hits it to right. Look at Sammy Sosa turn the wrong way but make the catch. The Cubs win 5-4. Sammy Sosa hits the 10,000th homer in Cubs history. Of those homers, Ernie Banks hit the most with 512. Randy Myers earns the win despite blowing his 5th save in 32.
Peaceful Cal when he knocks it through the hole on the left side. 15 runs in the last 16 games he's driven in. 2-0 O's. Top of 4-0. Manny Ramirez, dial 8, long distance. We measured with the Sports Center measuring stick, 450 feet. 4-2 O's. Top of 5, Alvaro Espinoza hasn't had a home run since June 28, 94. Check that. We're tied at 4. Bottom of 5, that's Bobby Bowe sending Ken Hill in a replica of the natural into the lights in the night sky. We're tied at 5. There's Benitez pitching. Ramirez at the plate. Shot down the line. Kenny Lofton's coming around. He does score. 7-6 there. Indians go on to win it. Final 9-6. It's the 19th time this season they've won a game in their final at bat. Jose Mesa still perfect with 34 saves and 34 tries. The O's have dropped 5 in a row. Last place Twins hosting Seattle. There's Junior back in the dugout getting ready to come back. And there's Rich Amaral, who could be out of a job once he does. Chucky Knobloch. Yeah. Sure. Craig spoke about him earlier, and this is exactly the... Oh, wait a minute. There's Amaral with the leather, and that's going to make Junior step up and notice. Bottom of 6, we're tied at 1. Marty Cordova deep to left, and where's... Nobody's got leather on that one. 2-1 Twins. Top of 7. Bases loaded for Mike Blowers. He loves it when the bases are loaded. And somebody get Tom Bosley, because we need a new baggie. That's up and over. And the Mariners are a winner 6-2. Mike Blowers in bases loaded situations this year, get this, 6 for 11 with 2 home runs and 22 RBI. Andy Benn is still perfect since the trade. Ken Griffey Jr. expected to play for Seattle on Tuesday. Brewers trying to peak above 500 against the Tigers. Top of 6 scoreless game. Bobby Higginson at bat. Slaps a single to right. Dave Nilsson, he's seen this show before. We always say it. Hit the cutoff man. He does that. We've got a rundown at second. Then they're going to throw home. And please don't hold dinner for Alan Trammell because he is late. Sparky then pulls C.J. Nitkowski after 6 scoreless. First batter, Greg Vaughn in the 7th against Brian Maxey, and that is crushed. 15th of the year. That made it a 1-all tie. We go to the 8th, 2-1 Brewers. Nilsson back again, this time at the plate. Opposite field off of Mike Christopher, and gone. That makes it 3-1. Brewers win it 3-2. C.J. Nitkowski, who came into the game with a robust 15.88 ERA, held the Brewers scoreless through 6. The Tigers' bullpen has now inherited 189 runners. They have allowed...
Padres, Phil Plantier. Laces the single to right off Paul Wagner, scoring Tony Gwynn. Even Tom Bosley could have scored on that one. Top of 7th, 5-3 Padres. Mark Parent, like a good parent, with the spank 2-run shot. His 14th of the year. We're tied at 5. Bottom 8th. 2 on, 2 out, Steve Finley. Passed short. Archie Cianfranco comes around to score, just beating the Jacob Brumfield throw. And the Padres win. The Padres win their 4th straight. The Bucks lose their 6th in a row. Trevor Hoffman worked the 9th for his 22nd save. Brad Ausmus extends his career-high hitting streak to 11 games. William Van Lanningham pitching, and that's Bernard Gilkey with the Goodwood. Actually a solid spank. 10th of the year, we're tied at 1. Bottom of the 8th, still 1-1. Donovan Osborne pitching. Royce Clayton. Base knock, scoring Glenn Allen Hill. Allen battles throw home is offline. Giants lead 2-1. T.J. Matthews in for Osborne. Next batter, Steve Scarsoni.
There's a drive to left center.
Look at that sign out there, Brett. You see your little sign? Okay. Giants win. Van Lanningham now 8-0 in his 15 career starts at Candlestick Park. The Giants plays Trevor Wilson on the 15-day DL because of a strained rotator cuff. In